What's up everybody, Brian Tong here and my MacBook Pro. This is my workhorse. Like 99% of everything you see is written and shot and edited by me, yours truly, from this laptop back here for what, the past, I guess, 6 years that I've been independent. But if you're a power user, you sometimes want and you need even more connectivity. So if you want more ports and you want to connect maybe to 2 or 3 or even 4 external displays and you want the full resolution available to you, then you have to check out Ivanky's FusionDock 1, their FusionDock Pro 1, and FusionDock Max 1. And hey, big thanks to them for sponsoring this video. Now these docks were made for professional users, really users at any level. And hey, don't worry, I'm gonna get to all the differences so that you know which one makes the most sense for you. Now if you look at this lineup, they were made to have a minimalist, an industrial looking design with some of these rounded corners and ports galore. They're just easy to use, just plug and play for seamless compatibility, and these are strong and sturdy docks with a professional looking design. Now if you want ports, you got them, and the FusionDock Max 1, this is the one that I'm using right here between these two studio displays with this current dual display setup right here. This is the first and only dock with dual Thunderbolt 4 chips that allows it to power 4 external displays at a 6K resolution at 60 Hertz refresh rate. And I wasn't gonna show you this to you if it was just another dock. No, I'm not gonna do it. Now, I'm only running 2 displays here. I'm not someone who actually needs 4. And working on content like this though, with this setup, this is a game changer for me with all of this screen real estate, whether I'm using Photoshop, editing photos, making those YouTube stills, or just seeing my photo collection in full screen, while also maybe doing something else on the other side. You even put 2 browsers on the other display. Or editing my latest video that I'll post later on my YouTube channel, but with Premiere here, I have my timeline, I have all my assets and B-roll, all my effects on one side, and then I have that large screen just for the video player on the right side. This is a huge lifesaver for someone like me, and that workflow, it's incredible. Now the Max 1 is a freaking 20 port beast. There is a front side that is right here laid out, but also a back side. So in total, you're gonna be getting 6 Thunderbolt 4 ports supporting 40 gigabits per second speeds. Then you got 7 USB 3.2 ports supporting 10 gigabits per second speeds. They're all over this dock. You also have an SD card and micro SD card slot support here. So when I'm working, pop them right in the middle. Just having it dead center is really nice. Plus you got 2.5 gigabits per second Ethernet port and then up to 30 watts power delivery for accessories that you connect to it. The FusionDock Max 1 can be laid flat or it can be set to stand on its side with its unique stand design. This is Ivanky's flagship dock and it's really great for any MacBooks running Apple Silicon, but it really makes sense for the pros that need all the connectivity and support for up to 4 6K displays. This is an absolute beast. So there you go. That's your FusionDock Max 1. Okay, let's get to the middle of the lineup with the FusionDock Pro 1. This 14-port dock has support for up to 3 4K displays at 60 Hertz. The Pro 1, if you see here in my hand, it's not as big as the Max 1, but it still has all the ports that you need, including 5 USB 3.0 ports. You get 2 USB 2.0 ports, and then again, you got your SD card and micro SD card slots right here in the front. Now there's 1000 megabits Ethernet support. You get 20 watt power delivery and it will just lay flat for you. You can see, right, this is not made to stand, just kind of rests flat on the surface. Ivanky's FusionDock Pro 1, not as feature packed as the Max 1 over here, but it's not supposed to be, right? The Pro 1 is more than capable. It's more than good enough for every user on an M1 Mac and higher. The Max 1, you could say it's a little overkill for most people's actual use. It's really something a professional will be able to take full advantage of, or someone who has and needs 4 displays. And yes, I'm using it here, but the reality is that this Pro 1, this is really the sweet spot between consumer and pro user. Now there are plenty of consumers that are now content creators as well, and the FusionDock Pro 1, perfect for any M1, M2, and M3 MacBooks. And now let's get to our entry-level model in the family. This is the FusionDock 1 with 12 ports, and it's taking design cues. If you look at it from the current Apple TV hardware, if you ask me, glossy finish, flat, but then you have the rounded edges and corners. So you get similarities with the hardware if you ask me. It supports up to 2 4K displays at a 60 hertz refresh rate. You get 6 5 gigabits per second USB 3.0 ports on here on the front and back as well. Also, yes, SD and micro SD card slots just like the rest of them, plus 1000 megabits per second Ethernet and an 18 watt power delivery when you connect devices to it. Now this FusionDock 1 really makes the most sense to users that are still running a 2016 to a 2020 Intel based MacBook. But having a setup like this monster setup, it does make my work more efficient, and having 2 screens in front of me is at first, I mean, it's a little overwhelming in a good way, but then it's just damn cool. I can do so much more on it, and it's just easy to see everything, work in big spaces when you're doing a lot of media stuff. That's for me, and you just want to do more on it. I don't think I could handle 4 displays at once just yet, but hey, I'm getting there. So you can easily just see how this can enhance your overall workflow to something even better. So if you like what you see here and you want to find out even more, Ivanky's FusionDocks are the premier choice for all MacBook users and really enhance how you use your computer and all those displays. It helped me out. So pick the one that best fits your needs. You can check out the links in the description of this video to find out more, but thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.